Welcome to the business session 2 of CargoNXT conference held on 6th September 2024 at the Park Hotel, New Delhi, where the theme was all about redefining B2B logistics and strategies for building a resilient supply chain. From cold chain innovations to technology-driven solutions, this session brought together some of the brightest minds in the industry. Moderating the discussion was Keku Bomi Gazder, MD and CEO of Aviapro Logistics Services, who set the stage by highlighting the critical role of cold chain logistics, especially in sector like pharmaceuticals.
You've got conferences today that talk about cold chain in particular with a lot of focus. And the main reason for that is with increased production of both pharma as well as on the agri-business across the world. Cold chain maintenance and control is going to be of utmost importance to our industry as we move forward. I remember when I was in the ministry and my boss, Madam Vandana Agarwal, when we started this mission on getting the vaccines, I was given a single point agenda. And the single point agenda was there should be no deaths on account of the vaccine delivery, which means our process should be absolutely flawless, our timing should be flawless, our storage should be flawless, our handling should be flawless, and by the grace of God, I think we almost achieved it.
Bharat Kumar Sawnani, Corporate Director of GD Foods, emphasized the impact of logistics on industries.
So logistics is playing a very, very critical role. I was telling someone, actually Yogita, that Zepto's $5 billion valuation is wholly dependent on logistics. The consumer time at this point of time is very precious, and we really want to move fast when we order. The second piece, I'm not sure of how many of you are aware, that quick commerce is giving competition to Amazons and Flipkarts. In times to come, in few weeks and months to come, you will be able to order a luxury watch and that watch will be delivered in a matter of 15 minutes. So that quick commerce industry, which is almost a $3 billion industry at this point of time, with a gross merchandise value increase of almost 77%, that's phenomenal. Not to forget the way e-commerce is booming, which is almost $60 billion. And times to come, it is predicted that the gross merchandise value between Zepto, Swiggy and Blinkit will be $10 billion. So that's phenomenal. And that's dependent on what? Logistics.
Chandrakala Bobba, Director of the Boba Group, provided a unique perspective on balancing cost and sustainability in logistics.
I think first of all, as micro-fulfillment centers, what we have launched in Bangalore, it's catering, I think it is very strategically placed. Yeah. I think the centers, our whole concept to develop this new vertical, new brand under Boba, which has been in existence for more than 30 years, it's to put it near like our facilities near the airport and close by to city. Core concept is that location for such centers matter for the client. So catering to the client's needs and clients coming from be it aviation, be it shippers, be it exporters, I think to understand what the customer needs and bring that to the table is what we would like to associate even Mr. Bharat's company. Yeah. And I think the value add what we as a service provider would do would be what is the service and what is the supply chain gap, or what is the value add we can do as a service provider. So we always believe that every facility is more than square feet and pallets. It's more to do with how we bring, like he rightly said, from farm to fork, from source to sold. Because I think at the end of the day, be it any customer who's at the other end would like to see the product in a certain form, from source to sold, and be it in 15 minutes, like rightly said, going forward. It could be even 5 minutes, but it all depends on where and what kind of a facility, what kind of an operator would a customer opt for. Because cities are only growing. Infrastructure and cities and traffic and rain and, all this adds. So to strategically pick a place which is close by to the needs of the growing demands of customer and the city, I think that would probably be the road forward, way forward.
Let's hear from Rashul Jain, Global Practice Head at Tech Mahindra, who discussed how technology is optimizing logistics.
Right now, we don't talk about logistics, as per mode of transportation. We always talk about multi-mode transportation, right? And that's the keyword for the industry. We believe that the logistics right now, or the supply chain in broader terms, is more about how you deliver cargo efficiently at every leg and at every node. Moving forward, we see a lot of transformation towards multimodal logistics, because that's going to be a game changer. That's going to make efficiencies more better for the industry. And technology has to complement that. So we don't know which mode the cargo is coming to us. I mean, it is absolutely behind the scene. What we see is the total time of transit. We don't know which is the country of origin or the place of origin. We just know that it is going to take 2 days or 24 hours for me to reach. So I think that's the beauty of multimodal transportation, and how logistics is how technology is complementing it. But I take always pride to say that what we see, India is the front runner, probably in some areas, for multimodal logistics and efficiencies.
Rounding off the session was Mayur Chhabra from JK Cement, who highlighted the logistics challenges in the cement industry, emphasizing how innovation is driving cost efficiency.
We have actually done everything in our supply chain to actually boost our supply chain, revamp it. It's a 360-degree shift for a supply chain for a cement industry, if I may say. When customer is becoming so demanding that they are looking for deliveries to happen in 15 minutes, they are also looking for other sectors to change. They wanted that our cement should also come and say 400 kgs or 300 kgs of load. Why to invest and why to have such big warehouses? So the first project which we did was that how do you do a project which will bring you closer to customer, okay? And in that gamut of operations, we did our entire geographic heat mapping of our sales area. We also worked on identifying the white spaces for us. And now as we speak, I have got 139 warehouses in the country.
Wow.
And we have registered almost 15% of growth. That's an organic growth which we have seen, which has come because of these warehouses. Because when you reach closer to customer is demanding. He is looking for your deliveries to happen on time. If you are able to give deliveries on time, and that too in the small load size, you will always gain that market share. We are using all sorts of transportation modes which are available. We are using railways, we are using waterways, we are also using inland waterways. In that entire kind of operations, I am doing two things. One is on the sustainability part, because I have completely eradicated the road transportation. I am on rail, which is compared greener to road. Absolutely. And then I move to sea, which is compared to the greenest one. Okay. So I'm doing these movements in a sustainable way, most sustainable way which is possible. At the same time, I'm saving a lot of money for my organization. The problem for all the newcomers in the industry, in the paints segment as on date, because I have been speaking to multiple consultants, my fellow colleagues in the industry, the biggest problem for them is the inventory. Then what happens when you have so much of inventory lying in your warehouses? So what I have done, this is the hub and spoke, as on date when you see our USP in the market is all freshness. All freshness. We have got fresh products in the market. We don't have any aged material in our warehouses. Nice. The biggest problem would have been the aging stuff, because you don't know what it will sell. Now when we have got these trend lines and we have got everything in place available, now I am going ahead with the tech, because I have learned one thing in my life, that slow and steady wins the race. So human brain is considered to be the God's precious gift. The human intervention will always be there. We will not completely rely on machine, because machine can always go awry. But when we have humans there, we will always use, it will be a flavor of artificial intelligence with the presence of human mind. So that's how we have been working on our supply chain, and we have been transforming our supply chain for the organization.
Keku Bomi Gazder concluded by highlighting the need for terminals designed around key exports and adaptable, multi-product facilities for evolving logistics needs.
If you've been to Nairobi, the biggest export of that is flowers. This has been done there for the last, I think, 35 years. It's flowers. Bangladesh is garments. So if I were to design a terminal, my product would, my design of the terminal would be on what product will sustain my investment in that airport. Do I see flowers being the next best thing, next big thing in India? I would hope so. Go back, let's say I'm old, let's say 40 years. You never had pharma. You had garments, you had leather. I can see PV smiling at me from there. When he started his careers, we had, I think, 65% of garments that were moving as exports from our country. Where was pharma? So we need to evolve, but what we need to do is to also ensure that facilities today are made for multi-products. I was recently in Mopa, Goa airport, and I saw the way they have made their facility. For the first time, walls are expandable. So, depending on, because as per BK's rules, you can't do inbound, outbound mixed together for whatever reason. I don't agree with for whatever reasons. Given the time of the day, given the amount of cargo they have, they are actually able to expand the facility. This kind of innovation is what we need in our industry going forward so that you adapt to what the market is happening.
This session left attendees with valuable insights on how to redefine B2B logistics in today's dynamic landscape. The discussion underscored the importance of innovation, sustainability, and technology in creating a more resilient supply chain, better equipped to meet the evolving demands of the market. Thank you for watching Cargo Insights TV. Stay tuned for more insights from this transformative event. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more insights on the future of logistics.